Hello, everyone. This is episode 3.
Episode 3.
And it's still October 14th.
Same day. Hit the button.
Same day as podcast 2. Episode 2. Whatever you want to call it.
I got these things on the right thing.
So, apologize for the delay. He's fucking with his headphones.
What? Don't worry about me.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to dive right in, people. She has no idea that I'm going to say this.
Oh, boy.
She's not going to like this. I'm telling you right now, everybody, you better... This is what I told her earlier today. I was like, all right, I got something to bring up on the podcast. Earlier today, I said, I got something to bring up on the podcast, and I don't want you to, like, get upset about it when I bring it up. She's like, what'd you do? You did something. What'd you do? I'm like, relax. Calm down.
I'm dying to hear this. Is this going to irritate me the rest of this podcast?
No, nothing like that.
Okay. I'll be the judge of
See,
that.
I like want to hold on to it.
No, I'll be the judge of that.
You know.
You can't tackle the... What is it called? Hang the fruit anymore? Fucking say it.
Yeah, here, dude, I got something, da-da-da-da-da, and you don't know what it is.
Say it.
All right, so in our living room, we don't have a lot of space, and the setup we got, it's like, you got the computer on it, on the 6-foot table. She's on one end of the 6-foot table. I'm on the other end. And we got these 2 big microphone things. They're nice, and everything. It's like a professional setup. And, like, to take that down, to pull that out, like, to pull out the table, set it up, then plug in the laptop, and then plug in all the stuff and get it all do it. And, dude, that's a lot of work to do all that. That's why, like, people do it in the same area all the time. They, like, have it set up, and that's it. So what I'm saying, she ain't gonna like this right here.
Oh, boy.
We go without a Christmas tree this year. Because, like, what I just did, pulling your chair out, and then we can do, like, 2 podcasts, da-da-da-da-da. Do we decorate everything in her house? She didn't even say anything yet. That's a good sign. She hasn't said no yet. That's a huge step already. She's like, well, maybe. Like, we could get, like, when we got to buy a new one for your mom, it's like tall and thin in the corner. We'll get one like that for us. And it can just sit right there in the corner right there.
I ain't getting dude.
So I can still keep this table with everything all kind of set up. Like, so I don't have to tear it down and dude, it's going to be a lot. If we have the tree right here, and then when we're done with the podcast, I go, okay, got to take away the computer, take all this. Where am I going to put the microphones? Right, like underneath the tree, and then take the table and like slide it behind the tree up against the wall. And then when we 2, 3, 4 days later or something, we want to do another podcast, I got to pull out the table and then plug everything back in and then pull it all up. And dude, it's like a lot, dude.
Listen, I was thinking about this today, actually.
Decorate everything of our house. Our bathroom, both bathrooms are decorated. No, just mine is usually.
Not mine.
Mine is, but yours isn't. But she doesn't even, all she does in there is just like do her makeup. But like her office is totally decked out with Christmas, and like the living room and the dining room is totally decked out with Christmas, and our like game rooms decked out with Christmas, and everything's so Christmas. And we have like, a really nice mantle, and we like make that really nice too, and we got nice paintings. So it's like, dude, do we really even need the damn tree? Like, if we're gonna like keep doing this a little bit, then it's like, I don't know about fucking.
Listen,
it's gonna be a lot of work.
I was
I was hoping you want to go, I'm not going without a Christmas tree. That's what I thought you were gonna say, honestly, when I brought the whole thing up.
Listen,
I'm dying right now.
Well, you don't know what I'm about to say yet, so don't get all excited. So, I was thinking about this today, actually. Like, yes, if we're
You
gonna
didn't say no.
if we're doing this podcast thing, we really don't have the room for the tree. I understand that. And it will be a pain in the ass to constantly pull out all the accoutrement to keep doing the podcast. However,
I can slide the table over right here and put my chair right underneath the table, and it's like we just go on with our life. And then whenever we want to do the podcast, I just pull it out. And then you just bring your chair in and then just hit record. And it's like we just go. We could do it on a Friday night, like when we both get trashed. Well, let's record a podcast. We're fucking drunk out of our minds. All right, pull out the table. I can have it fired up in 5 minutes. If we got a tree here, dude, I'm telling you, it's going to be like it's a big ordeal. I'm not going to wind up even doing more podcasts. She'll just sit there.
however, this is my thinking. Part of me, you're going to think I'm weird and I don't really care. But a part of me doesn't want to forego the tree. Just because I've had a tree every year since I was a child. From the day I was born, every year, I've had a tree.
So have I, every single year.
And I don't know if I'm willing to forego that tradition.
That streak? I mean, that's a long streak.
I'm not sure. Yeah,
Don't say your age.
I'm not.
But I mean, same with me. That's a lot of years in a row.
I'm not sure I'm...
to have a tree.
Yeah.
And then we're just going to be like, well, no, but...
Listen.
That's what I said. We can get a small one in the corner.
I ain't fucking doing the Charlie Brown tree. I'm sorry. If I'm gonna fucking
like
do
your
a
mom's, you call that a Charlie Brown
yeah, I do.
tree?
It's a little tree.
Yeah, you pull it out of the box. It's already got lights on it. You hang up
tree.
6 ornaments. You plug it in. You're good to go.
I'm not willing. I'm not sure I'm willing. If I'm gonna do a tree, I'm gonna do the tree. Like,
well, then where's this table gonna go? The table's gonna be folded up and behind the fucking...
Listen, let me finish my thought process here. I'm not willing. I don't know if I'm willing to forego the Christmas tree tradition that I've had every year since I was a child. I'm already considering not doing a turkey for Thanksgiving. And that's been a tradition ever since I was a child. So if I'm going to break the Thanksgiving tradition, I'm not sure if I'm willing to break the Christmas tree tradition all in the same year.
You put that much thought into it?
Yeah, I totally did.
Well, I'm breaking one tradition. I don't know if I can do 2 in a year. You put
that's
that much thought into it?
That's too many traditions to break in a year.
Oh, my God.
So...
Well, let's have a turkey. We don't have to break that tradition. Fuck it. Who cares? Have a turkey.
Are you willing to eat the fucking turkey because you don't want the tree?
No, we'll just get a small one, though. Get like an 8-pound turkey.
I told you, I was thinking about doing a Cornish hens. It's still a bird. It's just a different kind of bird.
Don't break the tradition. Just get the turkey. And then we can break the tradition with the tree. See, you're saving one for the other one.
No.
Yes.
A part of me... Like, do I agree? The Christmas tree is a big pain in the fucking ass to put up, take down, the whole night. It's a pain in the ass, but it's also
and it's just us two. It's not like we have kids, so you know.
But
if we had kids, it would be like we're doing it for the kids.
It's tradition.
It's tradition. Fine.
And I don't know. I kind of feel like I would be sad if I didn't have one. I do.
You think you'd be sad?
Yeah. I think I would be. I'm not in that time yet, but I'm pretty sure I would be.
With all the other decorations that are going to be up in the house, the mantle and everything and all that, and you'd look right there, you'd see right there Christmas shit hanging right there. You'd be sitting right there in that seat if you didn't have a tree and it was just a small one, Charlie Brown, like you say. Right behind you. We'd be sitting right here. We could pull it out a little bit more. You'd be looking at a Santa Claus right there, like nice Christmas sign there. You'd be looking up at above the mantle and like those 2 paintings we got, and the other Santa there. And so you know how far this has to come out if that tree's there. This we have to be doing this way out here.
All right, so here's a question for you.
I agree we have to have a tree. But I'm just saying, can we buy and out of the
A midget
box tree,
A midget tree.
like $100, $125, $150 like tree like your mom had. You pull it out, it's already got the lights on it, fine. And then we just hang up some special ornaments, like we can go through our ornaments.
Anyway,
We're doing our podcast, so we look over and our dog's taking a shit.
just so everybody knows, our dog is peach pad trained. So, anyway. Yeah, there's the poop. She just left. She's staring at it. Anyway.
So
here's a question.
I thought, honestly, but people, I gotta just say this real fast. I'm like, when I say to her, I don't want to have a Christmas tree, I was like, dude, she's gonna be like, there is no way I'm going without a Christmas tree. Like, I thought you were gonna be like absolutely stone cold, no way. But like, you see, like already it's episode just 3 now. Like, when we're done, you're gonna take your chair and you're gonna put it over there, and I'm gonna like do it, and I'm not even gonna fuck with it. I gotta take both episode 2 and put it into the corral, and then I have to take episode and then render that out, and that takes like 2 hours, and then upload it to YouTube. Then episode 3, put it in the corral, render it out, and then upload that. And like, I can do all that because it's like right here, do. But like, if we take that away, then where do I have to? If you take that away, my God, our dog's walking around fucking like, dude, our dog's walking around after she took her shit like, she just like has this funny walk to her, like something ain't right, because she like knows that there's still poop like somewhere attached in her hair or something. So my wife grabs the dog right above like the tail and just shakes the dog's ass as fast as she can. And then turd 1, bing, turd 2, bing. They just fly right out. Bing, bing. Now there's 2 more turds on the carpet over there to match your big long one. Shit's hilarious.
I swear.
She like walks like, oh, I got poop, I think, on me. Like, she walks funny. Like, the dog takes a shit and then she runs.
With her tail down.
Yay. Yeah, she walks with her tail down like, something's not right. And then we shake their ass and 2 turds fucking fly off. And then she's like, yeah, that's what the problem was.
She's all excited.
And now I'm fucking free to run around this motherfucker because she always takes off after that, usually. She's like, yee. Yep. They got the poop.
Yep. Right,
oh, God. I swear.
So,
it's true.
Back to this Christmas tree fiasco. Do you think, just asking a question here, do you think we could put our tree in my mom's place? Do you think we could get it to fit somewhere?
It looks like it wants to like
fall over.
They said like, yeah, it'll hold. Yeah, right. It's
Don't touch it.
I don't know. Like, honestly.
Or here's my other.
We can take the tree down there and squish it in there in between. We can move her table out another, if you think about it, where it was last year. It wasn't like out, really, because her tree was so small. So we left her table kind of like in the middle. We can move her table over like a foot, 16 inches, let's say. Get enough space to cram the tree in there and have the tree down there. Yeah, I mean, and set it up down there so like we have our tree, but I still would want a tree up here.
I know. I'm just saying the big traditional tree is what I'm getting at.
It's a lot to do.
I don't know. I'll think about it. I'm not sold on the no tree option yet.
Well, if we have that tree right here, I can tell you right now.
We can clean
I'm going to
out...
be like, save up everything you gotta say for fucking like, a week. So when we start recording, we're gonna do episode 4, 5, 6, and 7 like at once, and then I'll fucking put them all up, and then we can listen to them over the course of the next 2, 3, 4 days, whatever, and then fucking you gotta have enough material, things to talk about so we can record like 5 episodes. Because I'm not going to pull it all out, record one episode, that's it, and then put it all back. Like,
I know.
We have a tree right here.
But here's another suggestion. I'm just saying. For one, just 2 options here. The closet in your room, right here, where Chuck was, or is still, you don't use that corner. Like, put the shit over there, and we'll just pull it out right here when we're ready to record, put it fucking back. Or clean out this wall in that room, because what do we got over there but a whole bunch of shit we don't use?
Right.
And put this shit there. And pull it out when we're ready to fucking...
Pull it out, but pulling it out from there all the way out here is a big thing.
All the way? Oh my God, it's so far.
It is.
Okay, fine. Well, my chair's already in there. All you have to do is pull out the table a little bit and put your chair in there. And then bring your chair out.
Yeah, if we got rid of everything that's right there, the table and everything, if we got rid of all of it, and it was totally cleaned out.
Yeah.
And I had, okay, we're done. And then I have to unplug that, put it on the table, take all the wires, put them up on top of the table, and then we walk, and hopefully the table, we can get it around right there, and then just have the table sitting right there.
Uh-huh.
Storage.
Uh-huh.
And still have our tree right here.
Yes.
But when we got to pull it out, honestly, we're going to be doing it way out here. You're right where the tree is, so you're gonna have to be like right there. Yeah, I mean, it's not. I'm not saying it's like a big deal to like, instead of doing it right where we're sitting right now, to do it, 5 feet over.
Right.
But we got to clean out that room.
It needs to be cleaned out anyway. We never use any of the shit in there. None of that shit on that wall we use. None of it.
So we're getting rid of all the shit we don't use and then trading it up for the podcast,
Well, we actually use this right now.
I know.
Time to in with the new, out with the old shit, Yeah.
I was just hanging on to that table because it was like my dad's.
I'm not saying throw it away. I'm saying move it.
Where the hell are we going to move it, though?
Storage. My mom's garage.
Mom's garage? That table, that square table, you're going to put that in your mom's garage? Or how the hell is she going to fucking, where's it going to go?
I'm just
get rid of it.
My
it's
mom,
fine.
no. My mom, we have room in our storage. We can probably put it in. We got room in my mom's storage. We can probably put it in.
Your mom's storage outside is pretty, honestly, it's pretty full.
My mom's got room in
the
both of her closets.
The bedroom, the bedroom that has all the boxes in it, once those are cleared out, the 2 fucking scooters got to go there. And then I'm taking my moped and I'm putting it inside. So there you can, when you open up that door, it's going to be like moped right there.
Yeah,
I don't know about putting the moped inside. Boom.
Yeah,
I don't know about.
Just leave that in the garage. The scooters, yeah, but anyway, the table is small enough to fit in a closet. You can put it in any one of our closets if we can have room. If we actually clean out some of our fucking closets, or in one of her closets. I'm not saying you have to.
So we got to clean out this in the next because we want to put the tree up.
Beginning part of November.
We want to put the tree up in 3 weeks.
3 to 4 weeks, yeah.
So we got 3 weeks to clear that out and clear out your mom's, the boxes, and put the scooters in there because those got to be anything below 36 or 35 or 34 degrees are like, nope, it's bad for this little mopeds. We got these little mopeds, they're like electric. So, and it says that you can't have them below like 34 degrees. It's like, where are we going to put them? Fucking up here in our place. No,
Yeah,
we're gonna store them in her mom's fucking one of her bedrooms that she never uses.
So just so everybody knows,
And
so
then
everybody knows what the...
And then in the next 3 weeks, I should just get rid of the car.
Well,
So you can
you've been
start
talking about
parking.
that, so yeah.
Well, if nobody wants to buy it, then I can park it over there and say 500 or best offer, or just say let the fucking... See, I'm just so lazy about shit like that. Like, do I really want to go through selling it for just somebody for $700 and the whole transaction, blah, 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 and they want to take it for a test drive? Right now, the battery's dead. So I'd have to either go buy another battery because it draws on it.
Just call the place that took your van. Call them and have them take this thing fucking too.
Just take it. It's in your name, so they'll give you like $100 or $200 for scrap value. Okay, thanks, like cash. Take the car. And then you can start parking.
We need to find
my
the-
moped.
We need to find the title for it.
Not if you're just scrapping it.
Yeah, you can't just scrap any random person's car. You have to have the title.
Well, it's your car, though.
I know, but you still have to have the fucking title. Like, that'd be like, come scrap this neighbor's car. It's driving me nuts. I don't have the title for it. You can't do that.
You just call people up.
I want to scrap this car.
It's like what you do for a job. You just like call the place every day and be like, "You can take this vehicle away. How much do I get? $100 for scrap." You do that like 10 times a day. That's $1,000 a day.
Right.
Times 5 days, you're making $5,000 a week. You're
Right.
making $20,000 a month.
Well, why the
Just-
fuck am I working? Shit. I'll just scrap everybody's car.
Well, yeah, but it's different. I mean, it's in our garage. He's going to come and we're going to be like, hey, the thing doesn't start. It's got to draw. See how it's parked right now? Like all the way over? It wasn't like that. I had to go buy a battery, install that, and then just to get it running so I could move it. And then I didn't even start the car for another 6 months or 3 months or whatever it's been,
Dude, you haven't started that car in probably a year. If you want me to be honest. When's the last time you started that fucking car? Honestly. You didn't start that car once this whole
I
year.
can tell you exactly when the last time I started the car was.
When?
A year ago. No, listen. A year ago, let's say a year ago. A year ago, I'm like, okay, well, I want to start the car and move it. It's like, okay, it didn't work. So battery's dead. So I had to go to Walmart and I had to go buy a battery. Bad decision because they sell shit batteries. But anyways, it's cheaper. So then I just brought it home, installed it myself. Dude, hey, the car starts. Or the car works, cool. And then I moved the car because where it was, I needed to get more room because we had these scooters and stuff and the moped. So I'm like, I got to make room. It was back in April or March. And I'm like, all right, I haven't moved the car. The car was already sitting for 6 months all winter. I never even used it once. Battery's dead. So I go buy a battery at Walmart. And then to move the car, just to move it over a foot in the garage to really get it tidied over to the side. And then that was it. And I haven't used it since. And it's been sitting there. And I know if I go down there to try to start it up, I know it's going to go, nothing.
Right.
Because it has a draw on a battery. So literally 6 months ago, I bought a battery just to move the car, 12 inches, and then I parked it, and I haven't moved it since. It's why do we have this thing? It's what is the fucking point?
There's no point. Your car literally just sits
And
there.
it'll be nicer for winter, when we're,
Yeah.
they're plowing and all that.
Yeah.
So, we don't use it. So, And I mean, if like anything ever happens to us, which God forbid, there shouldn't be, but I can always, you'll buy me a car. Right?
Why don't you buy yourself a car?
Because I'd rather just stick with one.
Oh.
Like while we're here, like once we have a house,
Well, just
But
so
for right
everybody
now-
knows, because people probably don't know our situation, obviously, because how would they? But anyway, we live in an apartment. We have our own apartment, and my mom has her own apartment, and she lives right below us. So, 2 separate dwellings, but she lives...
2 separate dwellings so I can smoke my pot and be on
I could never live
mushrooms
with...
when-
I could never live with my mom. I love my mom to death, but I never could live with her again.
No.
But I moved her over here when my father died.
We.
That's what I said. Didn't I?
Oh,
Didn't I say we?
said I.
Oh, maybe I did. Sorry. We moved my mother over here when my father died, because she could not. She can take care of herself for the most part.
But she wouldn't be able to go up and down the stairs where the house was, and
Like
then
she's
taking
self-sufficient.
care of her laundry. The laundry was downstairs. She can't walk up and down stairs, so we had to get her into a place where like everything's on one floor, and like she can do her own laundry. So
She's self-sufficient
that was
to
a
an
good
extent. To an extent, she's self-sufficient.
What are
Like
we in,
we-
26 minutes in? What are we
She-
talking about? Christmas trees, and now we're talking about your mom's sufficientness.
Yes. Well, I'm gonna roll that into my next little. But anyway, my mom is self-sufficient to an extent. She can take care of herself to an extent. She needs help with like showering, so I go down there and I help her shower. She doesn't really need help with the physical shower. She just needs help getting in and out of the shower for the most part. Like she can wash herself. She's not totally inept. But
We help take care of her.
I
basically.
grocery shop for her because I don't want her walking around a store. Like she could probably do it, but it would just take her an extremely long time.
And and I feel bad when I see those people. Have you ever seen those people? Like when you're at I would probably go to the grocery store alone for a quick little something, buy something
right.
more than you do. Like we go shopping together, or if you rarely go to the store alone. But I see it, man. I see like an old guy or an old lady, doesn't matter, and they're like in their 80s, maybe even 90s, and they're like walking so slow across the just to get across the little street, to get to the sidewalk to where
Right.
the pumpkins are right now.
Right.
And it's like, dude, it's gonna take you 2 minutes to get there.
Right.
And then, what about the rest of the store? Oh my God, I feel bad. Them just going and getting, milk and eggs. Just them going in and getting milk and eggs.
It's like a
And
half
that's
hour.
it. It's going to take 2 fucking hours.
It's a process.
To walk in so slow. Dude, you need help. You can call on that, but they're too old, so they don't know how to use the app, the mobile shit. You always see there's the pickup or they'll drop it off, and I've seen it. You've seen it too, where they're coming out with the cart, and there's baskets and okay, we got your groceries. It's where's the old people using that? No, it's always the capable people.
Right.
They're no, I want to be even more lazy.
Right.
So I'll just sit at home. I'll take that. It's people that are probably addicted to their phones, They want to shop online all the time. Oh, I can buy my groceries online now too? Wow. Let's
Right.
do that. They're
My mom
yes.
could never figure out how to grocery shop
that.
online. She's no.
I go by sight and smeller. I have a list. Sight and smeller. I have a list. But anyways, so I had a funny quote. This is totally off topic. Or you said you were rolling into something.
Well, I was, but if
So
you
go.
want to,
No, go.
if you want to go to your
No,
funny
'cause
quote,
it's gonna be way. if you're going a certain direction.
Well, I was talking about my mom, so I was gonna continue with my mom. But
Go ahead.
My
Because I'm
mom-
going to talk about serial killers.
oh yeah,
So, I mean, we're like way off.
let's talk about the mom. Let's continue with that. Then we'll roll into the serial killer category in a minute.
Okay, that's what I was like. Am I cutting you off too early? Is it like it's a funny life quote, and it's like and it's a true life quote.
So, as I said, we live on an upstairs apartment. Mom lives on the lower apartment. Every morning, I call my mom just to make sure she's alive, make sure she's okay, make sure she had a good night, what have you. So today, I call her. She doesn't answer the phone. Had me kind of worried a little bit, and I forgot. Full disclosure, I forgot she had an appointment today. But she got up and she left, and I forgot she had this appointment. So I was calling her numerous times. And I work from home, so after like the third call, we decided to go down there to make sure
nobody's there.
She was alive and okay, and she wasn't there. Well, she calls me when she gets home today, and she's like, "Oh, I had the appointment, blah blah blah." I'm like, "Yeah, fine. Yeah, I forgot. Sorry." And she's like, I went and got gas." And she's like, "I felt so stupid." And I'm like, "What'd you do?" And she's like, when you're at the pump, it says like the dollar amount of what the previous person pumped.
Yeah.
I said, "Yeah." And she's like, "Well, on the screen it said 33.18. So that was the dollar amount the other person pumped." And she's like, I couldn't get the screen to clear the 33.18. And I'm like, "How did you not get it to clear?" And she's like,
just start pumping your gas.
She's like, "Well, I was afraid to put my card in there to pay at the pump." She was like, "I was afraid to put my card in there thinking I'm going to pay for the 33.18 and my own gas."
They take the card payment before they give you gas. They don't let you like come up
Well, hold on.
just fill up your car and then go, "Hey, I don't feel like paying, so I'm just going to leave my 33.18 that I just put in my car up there, and then the next guy that comes along is going to pay for that."
And she's like,
"What the fuck
she's
is
like,
she talking about?"
Yeah. So
Just go up and pay it. She's making it more complicated.
she was.
Oh my God.
And so she's like, "So I went into the gas station and I asked them how to clear the 33.18 off the screen. And they're like, as soon as you put your card in and you take the pump off the handle, it'll clear."
Yeah.
Oh. And I'm like, "Mom, are you kidding
Like
me?"
you've never pumped gas
I'm
before?
like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Mom, are you kidding me? Like, when's the last time you pumped gas? Like, this isn't the first rodeo."
She just pumped gas 2 weeks ago.
No, it's been probably like 2 months since she
Okay,
pumped.
2 months. So what? You act like 2 months is 10 years.
Yeah, but when you're
2
as
months.
old as she is, things don't click in the
She
head.
can't remember 2 months ago, like all the millions of times she pumps gas. Don't worry about what
I
the
don't
fucking
know.
thing
I don't know. She had a
says.
brain fart moment, I guess. I don't know.
I never even look at that. Like whatever they paid or didn't pay, whatever. I don't care. I just go up and slide my card in, and I'm looking at that screen right there. Like at the paint.
Yeah.
Like I had a problem, to be honest. Like it's funny that you brought that up. When I was getting gas out in Timbuktu,
Yeah.
where I got this stuff,
Right.
and I had to get gas because I was like, I only got 42 miles left. And I'm like putting it in and taking it out. And it said, "No, you got to leave it in." So then I put it in, and then it like didn't work. And then I was like, "Dude, is this like my first time getting gas?" Like that's what I said to myself out loud. I was like, "Is this my first time using a card?" Because some of them want you to like put it in and leave it in.
Yeah.
And some of them want you to like slide it in and pull it out as fast as you can.
Swipe it.
So yeah, you don't know which one you got. You know what I mean? So like,
Yeah.
I'm like, which one do I got here? I'll do the boom, boom, the
Right.
quick swipe.
The
And
in
then
and out.
the message comes up. You have to leave your chip in longer than that, basically.
Yeah, right.
Whatever the message said. And I'm like, okay. So then I put it in, and then it's like, and then it still didn't work because I put it in too early, and it was still on the last transaction and didn't cancel. I stood there for literally 3 or 4 minutes before finally I'm like, all right, they took my credit card. Now I can pump gas.
Uh-huh.
I was about to go in and just pay $20 cash. It's easier.
Uh-huh.
Just to tell your mom to do that. Just have a little bit of cash. She always goes to the bank. It's once a
yeah.
month, she goes to the bank. So when you go to the bank once a month, pull out $100 cash, and that's for gas.
All right.
And then when you're, all in 20s. So then if she... Did you hear that dog bark?
It sounded... I didn't know if that was Bobo or not.
No, I swear to God, that wasn't Bobo. It was like another dog.
Bobo's
I heard
right there.
him. Hey, Bo. What's going on?
She's all hot.
Oh, now we just said her name.
Whatevs, Trevs.
Whatever.
Anyway. Now I'm going to proceed with my mom's story. So that's the gas story. That's the gas story she told me when she called me. Then she tells me
Yeah.
on the phone call, I need you to help me look at my cell phone. And I'm like, why? She's like, my cell phone won't ring. And I'm like, what do you mean it won't ring? And she's like, well, you said you called me on my cell phone, but I never heard it ring. And I said, yeah. And so I grabbed my other phone because I was talking to her on my work phone. I grabbed my other phone and I called her on her cell phone and I said, look at your cell phone. Is it ringing? She's like, well, it looks like it's ringing. Like there's the screen flashing that
That's
it's
because
ringing.
her screen's all fucked
Yeah,
up.
well-
She needs a new cell phone.
Well, there was no volume ring. Like there was, you couldn't hear it. So
She just needs a new cell phone.
so if she put it in her purse, she would never know that I was calling her, right?
Yeah.
So when I went down there earlier today, I said, okay, where's your cell phone? I want to look at it. And so she gives me her cell phone, and I don't know how many times I have to explain this to her, but apparently it's quite a few. But she constantly, when she grabs her cell phone, she constantly pushes the volume button on the side down. And
Yeah, so then she can't hear.
she can't fucking hear the fucking ringer. And I'm like, you gotta push it up. So I'm sitting there trying to explain to her, this is the down button, this is the up button, this is the
Keep
camera.
it up and don't
This is the camera button.
hit the buttons.
'Cause there's-
Leave it up and don't press hard on the side.
There's three
she
buttons.
needs a different phone, dude.
There's three
Dude,
buttons.
she needs a different phone.
Dude, this is a fucking flip phone. How much more basic can we get?
We're gonna find some. I think if we went down to $5,
Dude, this is a $25 phone. And
can we get a cheaper phone?
no, that's the
Is
cheapest
that the
phone. That's
cheap-
the cheapest phone they
Well,
sell
maybe
at Best
maybe
Buy.
she needs a little technology. Maybe that'll help her. We're trying to we're trying to hold her back. Maybe we're holding her back from seeing
Dude,
the
my
light.
phone is.
What if she had
my
one of these?
Yeah, my phone. She doesn't need that. My God.
She'd be
She could
like,
barely-
"Oh my God!" Ah. Well,
She
yeah, she looked at the chick.
No. So our phones, our $1,000 phones or whatever they cost, have the same basic buttons on the side like her phone does, even though it's a track phone, little throwaway phone. Our phones are the same on the side as hers, where the volume is. And I've tried to explain this to her. There's a camera button on the side. There's the up and down volume button on the side. And I'm trying to tell her, if you accidentally press the volume down button, your volume is going to go down. And you're not going to hear the volume of the ring anymore. You got to make sure that's up all the time. Oh, I didn't realize. I've explained this before, but okay.
Explain this. She's starting to lose memory
She is. She
a little
is.
bit. You're catching on to that or no?
Oh yeah, she is. I'm not. That doesn't mean I don't love her. I still
no,
love her.
but did you tell her like you're starting to lose a little bit of your?
Oh
memory?
yeah,
I'm not
I've
trying
said
to be
it.
mean, Mom, but realistically, like I know I'm 100% sharp. My processor is fast. We talked about this on the last podcast. You're like a supercomputer, and you can see like her like you explained that 3 times. It'll be 2 months from now, and she'll be like, "What? I can't hear it. I'm calling you right now." Well, then, let me try the one thing. Let me hit this button and turn it up.
Right.
Oh, now I can hear it. Oh,
okay. Wow. Oh, this isn't even a part of that. Oh, like a week, 2 weeks ago, whatever it was, we had a conversation. I was talking to her on the phone, and she's like, a part of me wants to get one of those expensive phones like you and you guys have.
Oh my
and
God.
I'm like, Mom, you do not need that phone. She's like, well, she's like, what's the difference? I'm like, Mom, what do you need that phone for? And she's like, so seriously,
she's gonna play Candy Crush on
this
it.
This is what she
Google.
said. This is what this is what she said to me. She says, well, that way I have access to the internet. I'm like, what do you think your fucking tablet is? Your tablet is the internet, Mom. I'm like, your tablet is essentially the exact same thing as my phone, or
it's just bigger screen.
It's just a bigger screen. The only difference between your tablet and my phone is mine's a phone. You can't make phone calls on your tablet. That's the only difference. Only difference.
And the only difference is she doesn't take it out of the house with her.
Correct. Well, what's the point? She doesn't take it out of the house. Yeah. Because there's no phone on it.
Right. No, but I mean, a phone she could take like that Googling. She could be at the doctor's office. Hey, I want to Google something.
Well, yeah.
I'm in the waiting room. Da da da. She don't take her tablet right now. She don't do that.
She doesn't need to do that.
No, she doesn't.
She doesn't need.
She doesn't need that much juice.
No, she doesn't. She doesn't need. I explained that to her. I'm like, what do you mean have access to the internet? I'm like, your tablet goes on the internet, right? That big.
What does she say when you say that? Does she go, yeah, I know that, or does she go, it does?
No, she knew.
She knew. She was like,
she was saying access to the internet, like when she's not home.
Yeah, like mobile. She wants
and I'm
to
like,
be mobile.
For fucking what? What are you going to be Googling while you're on the road or at your doctor's appointment? Like,
because that's all she does is doctor's appointments or like at the restaurant,
right?
With, that's
like, what are you going to do? You don't need that. You want to spend the $1,000, $1,200, $1,500 on a phone to do that? You don't need that. She's got GPS in her car.
She doesn't even know how to work the $25 phone and keep the volume up so she can get a phone call. She doesn't need a $1,200 phone. It's going to complicate things, right?
Right.
Is that what we're talking about?
Well, and she's like, and I could text message on the phone. I'm like, you can text message on that phone.
I want a text message on the phone.
I said, well, you can text message on the phone you got now. And she's like, I can? Yeah, you can.
Yeah, it's just not as...
It's not as... Because she's got one of those stupid track phones where the T is like 4 letters, so you got to hit it 17 times to get to the next letter or whatever. But
well, yeah, that's a nightmare. Texting on this.
But who the fuck is she going to text? Like, let's be real.
What does she do? She just wants to sit there and text.
Text who? Me? Her brother, maybe? Like, who's she going to text?
That's it. You and your brother.
Yeah. Or like my dad's brothers. But who the fuck is she going to text?
Well, anyways, I'm going off. I'm hitting you with this life quote. So here, take a hit of this. Hit the ball. Because we're like 44 minutes in already. Holy shit. It goes by so fast when we're having fun. I haven't talked about anything. No, I talked about Christmas tree. Do it. Wasn't fascinating. Actually, I did talk about everything. I wasn't even trying to. I didn't read it. But the life quote, okay, here's the life quote. So this is like, the thing about sayings, like, they're true for a reason. But this is a life quote. You're not responsible for other people's happiness. Sounds good so far, right?
Yes.
You're responsible for yours. So do what makes you happy. And now a normal person hears that, like me or you, I think, okay, do the podcast. It makes me happy.
Right.
But like, you throw out a quote like that, and if you're a serial killer, you're like, yeah, he's right. I mean, the people I'm chopping up, I'm not responsible for their happiness. I'm sorry, I'm responsible for my happiness, and it makes me happy to kill you or abduct you or do any of that shit like the weirdos out there in the world. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's like you got to watch out with these life quotes, like who you're dealing with. You know what I mean? Because like, listen to that again. You're not responsible for other people's happiness. You're responsible for yours. So do what makes you happy. So if it makes him happy to kill, and, it makes them unhappy probably, and it's like, well, I'm not responsible for their happiness. I understand they're upset right now, but I'm not responsible for their happiness. I want to do what makes me feel good and makes me happy. So I'm going to continue to torture you or whatever, like, dude.
Right. Or, yeah, like, going back to podcast number 1 here, do what makes you happy, get an escort. You're not responsible for your wife's happiness. You're only responsible for your happiness.
Yes, exactly.
No.
I know.
That quote is bullshit.
I know, it is. I think it is, too. Like, that's why I was like, I downloaded like 5 or 6 fucking, life quote apps. I got wisdom quotes, life inspirational quotes, the best life quotes, famous quotes, brilliant quotes, funny quotes. The other one called funny quotes, funny motivational quotes. It's like, it's all the same bullshit. It's like, I mean, some of it is like, a good quote or whatever and this and that. But like, dude, like if you're like, think about it seriously. If you are a fucking psycho and you hear a quote like that, you're going to be like, yup. That's something to live by. Like, you know what I mean? Let's be honest. If you're a fucking psychopath, give me the lighter. It's true, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's just like, yeah, it's a great quote. It's like, yeah, for normal thinking people, for rich people, for people that are normal, like me and you, it's a good quote,
Right.
But it's not a good quote for
speaking. It's not really. This isn't really a quote, but it's like, everybody, you can do this yourself. Google, how many hugs do you need a day? And into Google, and Google will tell you need 8 hugs a day.
My wife, dude. I told you, dude. You're not listening. I told you my wife's a supercomputer. She's fucking working on 17 things at once. And then she's like, it's like, to put it in perspective, it's like she's writing 6 different books in a day. She's, doing that. And then she's answering phone calls about like a 9th book, and she's got to answer those questions. And then she has the time, because she's such a supercomputer, she has the time to go, like, it probably that day I didn't give her a hug. So she was like, how many hugs does a human being need in a day? And it says 8. So then she sends it to me. She's like, where's my 8 hugs? Like,
wait a minute.
I've only gotten like 1 hug so far. And it's like, we're already halfway through the day. So I'm like 2.5 short.
Does it talk to you?
Oh, God.
Hang on, I gotta see if it talks to you. How many hugs do you need a day?
According to Healthline, family therapist Virginia Satir once said, "We need 4 hugs a day for survival. We need 8 hugs a day for maintenance. We need 12 hugs a day for growth." While that may sound like a lot of hugs, it seems that many hugs are better than not enough.
Exactly.
It seems like many hugs are better. Fucking play that again. Hold on. Before you do it. Dude, like, listen to this shit, dude. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, having the girl on the fucking phone, like, come over and say that? To hear a voice tell you that over your phone, dude? Well, you need 4 hugs to stay alive. Are you sure? Because there's some homeless people out there. They're hanging in there, and they're not getting any hugs. Like,
right.
Okay, you don't need 4 to stay alive. Maybe 12 for growth. You know, like, I mean, how many, like, what are you just going to hug, like, every 45 minutes? Like,
1 an hour. 1 an hour.
1 an hour. It's 10 o'clock. I need a hug. It's 11 o'clock. I need a hug. After, like, a couple days of, like, hugging every hour, I would be like, I'm a little hugged out, to be honest. Can you imagine? You're up, like, okay, you sleep for 8 hours a day, so you're up 16 hours, you need 12 hugs? You need 1 an hour, dude. All day,
Yeah.
every day.
That's an average of 1 an hour, yeah.
Okay,
Depending
does
upon
it
how
count?
often you're
Does it
awake.
count if you come home and then, like, you hug, get a kiss, and then you go, okay, 1, 2, 3. All right, let's hug again, and then hug again. Is that a second hug? And then you hug for like 5 seconds, and then you like stop for like 10 seconds, and you go, okay, this is our next hug. And then you hug again, like just to get them in, to get in the 12. Because most people that are working a job, like, what are they going to hug?
Right.
Right when you wake up, you give a hug. Oh, I'm going off to work, get a hug. Come home, get a hug. Before you go to bed, hug. I don't do before bed hugs. I do hold hand in the bed. I do other things, you know. I don't like hug you. Oh, I love you. I don't know. So when she says, dude, play it now and get it like right up in the mic so you can hear it.
How many hugs do you need in a day?
According to Healthline, family therapist Virginia Satir once said, "We need 4 hugs a day for survival. We need 8 hugs a day for maintenance. We need 12 hugs a day for growth." While that may sound like a lot of hugs, it seems that many hugs are better than not enough.
Well, that might seem like a lot of hugs, but you know what? More hugs are better than no hugs.
I wonder if there's one for kisses.
God,
How many
dude,
kisses
like,
do you need
Just
in a
listen to that message. Like, listen to how she says that at the end.
day? I know.
She's like,
More hugs are better than not enough. So start hugging, people. Start hugging.
like, if you're worried, like,
You
God,
could
I
save
don't-
a life.
I don't like. There's like ground. She's trying to reach with that. With like the way she says that. Who's she reaching out to? Me and you? No, we're just normal people. Who's she reaching out to? She's trying to reach out to like that lost soul that's like, I ain't hugging anybody.
All right.
She's like, come on, man. More hugs are better than none. Like,
I wonder if Google says anything for kisses.
oh, God.
How many kisses do you need in a day?
According to The Telegraph, 5 kisses a day, a 3.5-year age gap, and a romantic meal once a month are among the key ingredients for a successful relationship, a survey has found.
Wow.
You're going to have to repeat that again.
So-
Hold on. You're going to have to repeat that again and play it again there. Hold on. Did she say-
Dude, she stopped. Dude, I gotta read the rest of it. She stopped reading. She stopped reading. She
Hold
didn't
on,
want
hold on. Before you even read. Wait, she said, like, 5 kisses, whatever. Who cares about that shit? Then she says, you need 1 romantic evening a month or every 3 weeks out alone for a healthy relationship. Like people like are looking. I need help in my relationship. They probably just stuck into their phone.
many kisses do you need in a day?
My husband ain't paying any attention to me. So I'm going to Google, how many hugs do you need in a day? Honey, look, I need this many hugs. You're not paying attention to me like I said.
Well, I actually did do that.
What if you say this? I need help. I can't.
It's probably going to... If you just say, I need help into Google, it's probably going to fucking dial 911. Don't say that.
I closed the app. Like, I need help. I'm mentally disturbed.
Right.
Like, what do we do? And then she'll come on and be like,
Right.
what would she say?
It's probably going to give you the suicide prevention hotline.
She'll come on and be like, you might need a hug.
You might need a hug. Go get 8 hugs tomorrow. You'll feel better.
Yup.
And 5 kisses.
That's what she'll say, too. Oh, my God. That's hilarious.
Well, she stopped reading. I gotta finish reading this paragraph.
Okay, yeah, read it.
So after what she said, it also says other crucial factors to keep your other half happy include admitting blame after an argument, sharing a household chores, and having sex twice a week.
Yep. I agree
the
with
other.
all that.
I didn't ask about sex. I asked about kisses. Why is that in part of the Google answer? That's the first paragraph.
They took it a step further. They said, yeah, kiss is great, but here's how to keep your relationship alive. So you can get the 5 kisses a day.
Right.
They're telling, like, you can't just ask for the 5 kisses. Like, there's got to be a reason why there's the kisses. And it's because of the other things. You have sex twice a week and you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. Just hearing her say the answer. You play it again.
You gotta redo it. How many kisses do you need in a day?
According to the Telegraph, 5 kisses a day, a 3.5-year age gap, and a romantic meal once a month are among the key ingredients for a successful relationship, a survey has found.
A survey has found. So who the hell they survey? You ever watch the show Family Feud? You're like, who the hell did they ask this question?
Yeah.
Like, what 100 people? Where were these 100 people that like came up with some of these fucking answers? Like, who was on the survey? That's what I want to know.
Right. 8 hugs a day or even 12. 8. That's a lot of fucking hugs in a day, man.
I know.
That's a lot. And when they're saying hugs in a day, do they mean by like your significant other, or do they mean just anybody in general? Like your mom can give you a hug today, your spouse can give you 2, your kids can give you 4 because you have 2 kids, 2 hugs each. Like
2 hugs each.
Like that's
yeah. It's probably like, you know, they're probably thinking, well, if you're a family
of 4,
when you ask that, they're probably not coming from the mindset of, you're a homeless person, you don't have any friends, you're all alone. What are you going to say? They're coming from the standpoint, you're in a marriage, you got 2 kids, So you should be getting like 10 hugs a day. Like,
right.
You know?
Yeah, if you're a homeless person and
you
you got no friends or family, you're in the hug negative.
Yes.
There's a deficit on your hug count.
You're in the red, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, shit. Yeah, he's in the red, all right. He's probably like trying to work as Santa Claus. Christmas tree. What do you think? No? Yes? No?
Dude, it's been like an hour since we had this conversation. I don't know yet.
We talked about that in the last one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know. I'm just fucking with you.
Dude,
seeing
I'm
how
not
sharp your computer is.
I am not. I am not making that call. Honestly, I'm probably going to want the tree. I'm just going to be blunt right now. I'm probably going to want the tree. Clean off that wall because it needs to be cleaned off anyway. Put the shit over there. And when we want to do this, take the shit out.
Slide it out.
Yep.
And then do it, and then slide it back in.
Yep. We don't use half the shit on that wall any fucking way. We don't use half the shit on that wall either.
Yeah, because, like, just, the mic has to be attached to the box and all that. Yeah, we'll get rid of all. We'll get rid of it all. But, like, are we going to take it? Ask JC, hey, can you take this?
What are we going to ask him to take? What's over there that we need him to take?
The table.
The table that you said you wanted to keep?
Yeah.
Fucking just... No.
Well, where else are we going to keep it?
I said in the previous podcast...
Okay,
listen back. We have storage. We have my mom's storage. We have numerous closets that it can fit into because it's a smaller
it's like
table.
Broken anyways. It's like already like it's not attached and shit. It's like junk. Honestly, it is. It's not worth keeping. So like that's why I just asked JC like, can you take this and this and this and like just throw it in the dumpster?
Right. Okay.
So then we don't have to.
If you're really not going to be upset about trash in the table, then
no,
fine.
Get rid of everything that's in there. Everything. Except for the punching bag, but I don't use that.
Well, you can keep the punching bag.
It just sits in the corner.
I know, but
I know.
It doesn't take up that much room is what I'm getting at.
No. Yeah, I agree. But, what are we at here?
1 hour and 1 minute.
Wow. An hour and a minute? What did you get to talk about everything you want to talk about?
No. And that's okay. Some of this stuff can be saved for Saturday.
No, go ahead and no.
Some of it can be saved for Saturday because who knows? I may not have any
more
fantastic
stuff.
No. It may not.
I want to hear about non-work stuff.
No.
Give us a taste, a nibble. What is it about?
Christmas gifts.
Oh my God! I don't want to do Christmas gifts, dude. I'm not trying to be a Scrooge, but dude, look at that golf bag.
You are being a Scrooge. You want to take away my fucking tree.
And everything in that golf bag costs fucking $4,000, dude.
I'm
like
aware.
The irons, the
I'm aware.
wood, the fucking putter, the wedges. I know. I bought some of that.
I'm aware.
I probably spent like $1,000 my own money. But like, fucking $3,000 of that was fucking other people, dude. It's like, dude, that's enough. I don't need more shit.
No, okay, Mr. Scrooge, you're trying to take away my Christmas tree, and now you don't want to talk about Christmas presents. Oh, we're talking about Christmas presents, buddy.
Okay,
next,
fine, but you
next
don't
podcast,
spend a lot, though. You can't spend
No,
a lot.
these are Christmas. You're talking to. I'm going to talk about Christmas presents that I want.
Oh, presents presents that I'm supposed to buy you.
Exactly.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you don't care about the no money. You're like, no, spend some money on me. Here's what I want.
It's not going to total that much money. It's not that much.
All right.
It's going to cost less than your golf bag, I'll tell you that.
Dude, golfing is expensive. Now I'm good though. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need anything for years. Like, I'll have all that right there. I'll never travel with that bag. Just because, if I lost
unless we
it.
drive.
Well, yeah, drive, but I would never fly. I don't feel, I never lost. Like Kevin says, I never lost it.
How much does that fucking bag weigh? How much do you think that would cost to fucking... It's more than their 50-pound limit. I'm pretty sure.
That's what I was thinking about the pros. How do they travel with their golf bags?
They have to probably pay for it.
And then when they
fly,
they
go PJs.
They fly
private jets.
Yeah, private jets. But some of the smaller guys are just doing commercial, and then they gotta check their bag. And then what if they don't? What if they lose their luggage and they don't have their clubs? And they're fucking sitting over here in Florida at a tournament or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And they live in Texas, and he has a set at his house. So, I don't know. I'm too... Dude, it took, 2 months to fucking get the irons. That driver that I got works fucking good. I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You gotta admit, when I go up to the tee box... Let me ask you. When I go up to the tee box, and I'm after 3 or 4 holes, and I'm feeling good, and I'm playing decent. When you sit there and look at me, what is your percentage in your head that I'm going to hit a good shot, right down the middle, or just barely off the fairway, or I'm going to hit a shitty shot? Like, at this point.
At this point, I'm 80% confident you're going to hit it.
80%? That's it?
Oh, dude, that's pretty fucking good.
Oh, I
man.
thought you were going to say like 95.
I'm 80%.
Because, I mean, dude, like, I hardly ever, like, with the driver, like, I never slice with that thing, dude. That thing's...
No.
If I do anything, I pull it to the left.
Right.
I do pulls
yeah,
to
you're
the
right.
left.
You really don't.
I never slice. Like, I will
You used to slice with your fucking woods or your irons or whatever. Those you sliced with. Not these new ones. I'm saying the old ones.
Right.
Those
Well,
you
like
did.
my driver that, I always had a slice. Always had a slice. And then I got this driver. It's the Ping G410 Plus. It is the Plus. I don't know why they have to add the Plus.
Is there
But
one
it's
that's
the
not Plus?
I don't probably. And what's the difference? Probably nothing. I got the Plus and paid an extra $20 probably. But anyways, yeah, it's the G410, and you're like, you can have the weight change. There's a weight on the driver, so you can have it center, or you can have it like for more for a fade or more for a draw. So the way I hit the ball, the way my hands come through, I always am like a little open. So the golfer would know this, what that means, but my face is like a little open, like I'm not getting my hands all the way through, which then creates spin, and that's why you slice. So with the like little weight on the driver, I have it down on draw, so it's supposed to like kind of at that little bit of impact right there, like that little weight being on draw like helps so much. Like, oh, that driver is fucking, I would never want to lose that driver. If I lost that driver, or that driver broke 2-3 years from now, I'd be looking for one online somewhere. I'd be like, I'll take a used one. You know what I mean? Like, some guy's got one. Like, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I would. I love that driver. Like, I've never had confidence off the tee in my entire life until I got that driver.
Yeah.
So I swear to God, like, that is, like, my favorite club. Like, I love hitting that thing. Like, to rip them like that, fucking get on the greens, sometimes on those shorter ones, on the 300-yarder, to put it on the green to even get close to, like, dude, and it goes straight. And I use this stuff called Slick Stick, or Slick Stick. It takes, like, a spin off the ball. It's not legal.
You don't say.
In a tournament.
Well, thank God we're not playing for money. Phil Mickelson's not going to be rubbing it on.
No, Phil won't be rubbing it on there. Maybe he will if he's like just shooting his shit with his buddies.
Well, yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm going to put some Slick Stick on today, boys. I'm hitting everything straight. I don't give a fuck.
Right.
But, like, when you're in a tournament, yeah, it's not legal. It says it right on there. This is not conform to the USGA rules, blah, blah, blah. It's like, okay, yeah, I get it. You can't put a foreign substance on your club to make it go straight.
Yeah.
Take away that hook or that slice.
Yep.
No, can't do it. So now we're at an hour and 8 minutes. Anything else? You were looking at your notes. Talk about something. Who cares?
No. I'm going to save my... No, I don't want to have this conversation on this podcast.
All right. So
it'll be next podcast.
Next podcast ain't going to be till Saturday. We're
That's
done.
fine.
We're shutting it down.
Shutting it down for a day. Ooh.
Saturday, or tomorrow's Friday. Shutting it down for Friday. And then Saturday we'll record like, what, 2 more?
Sure.
Okay. I'm all out.
Oh, I got one more.
You got one more?
Yeah, for right now I still have one more, but there's always tomorrow.
But what's it about if it ain't about Christmas presents?
I told you.
Oh, it's about Christmas presents?
Yeah.
You want... Just tell me what you want me to buy you.
No. Well, we're going to have a discussion about it.
All right, sounds good. All right, people. Well, I hope everybody has a good night. I know I'm going to. Probably going to watch Little Pete and Sebastian after I hit stop on this thing. So I hope everybody has a good night. I love you, Johnny.
Love you too.
That's nice.
That's nice.
That's nice. All right. Now I gotta get up and walk over and hit stop. So that's why there's like a 10-second pause between me saying, all right, see you later, like, and then an ending.
See you later, alligator.
See, you keep talking because you got to close out the show every time because I got to do this. And now I'm away from the mic, see?
Goodbye, people.
Say goodbye.
Have a good night.